He shoots himself first every time he kills someone, but he never gets hurt. So this place becomes his slaughterhouse. The story takes place on a train in Tokyo. Inside the train are 5 of the world's top killers. They are only after a suitcase. The suitcase is escorted by the famous duo of assassins Tangerine and Lemon. Ladybug was instructed by his contact to infiltrate the train. He thought the mission would be nearly impossible. But then he looked down and saw the suitcase with a sticker on it. Is this mission that simple? When Ladybug was about to walk out the door, he met a curly-haired man named Wolf. He didn't say a word before stabbing Ladybug directly. Luckily, Ladybug's cell phone allowed him to avoid the pain of the heart. Wolf keeps talking about Ladybug killing his wife. Wolf did not give Ladybug the opportunity to explain. But Ladybug is no ordinary man. He kicked him with his legs. He then uses the suitcase as a weapon and chokes Wolf. But Wolf was so determined to kill Ladybug. He breaks Ladybug's grip and continues to beat him. However, his knife was thrown out and stuck in the suitcase. The knife bounced off and into his own chest. Is this luck or bad luck? By this time, Tangerine and Lemon had already noticed that the suitcase was missing. When the two returned to their seats, they also found that the man they were ordered to protect was also dead. To cut their losses, they began to look around the carriage for the suitcase. Ladybug finished the scene of the fight and went to another carriage to leave. But he saw Lemon outside the door with a gun waiting for the person who stole the suitcase to appear. At this point, he was in a very dangerous situation. He decided to find another way out. But the mannequin in the carriage seemed to covet the suitcase. His tug of war with the doll wasted time and missed the time to get out of the car. He had to hide the suitcase and go to Lemon to negotiate face to face.
Hi, there's a gun under this.
But Lemon didn't take him seriously. Lemon even thought he was bluffing. He reached under the table and found a real gun. A fierce fight soon ensues between the two. Not only do they have to consider the opinions of the passengers around them, but they also have to be careful not to let the other one sneak up on them. It's a tough one for them. Ladybug's smooth boxing gave Lemon a set of facial massage. Lemon doesn't let up either. He threw a perfect straight punch. Man actually released a poisonous snake on the train. He tries to hide in the confusion. However, he didn't turn off the location function on his phone.
That's cool.
Tangerine finds his best buddy knocked out. He was furious. Now he finally finds the man who hit his bro. Then he had to take revenge for him. Tangerine's strong martial arts skills were so strong that Ladybug struggled to fight. Luckily, the stewardess of the goods let the conflict between the two temporarily de-escalated. Ladybug was not polite. He asked the steward for a bottle of sparkling water. He even asked Tangerine to pay for it. How dare you? When they were left alone in the carriage, Ladybug saw that Tangerine didn't want to listen to his explanation. He then hit Tangerine with a bottle of sparkling water on her head. The fierce battle continued. Ladybug was pinned to the chair by Tangerine and couldn't move. He took a gamble. He kicked in the emergency hatch button. That's impressive. The two men struggled back to the train. Ladybug was again pinned down by Tangerine. But then Tangerine's phone rings.
You gonna get that? No! You probably ought to get that. It could be important. No! Okay, maybe it's important.
Tangerine's employer, White Death, called. He demanded that Tangerine and Lemon take the suitcases and get off at the next stop. Otherwise, all the passengers in the car will lose their lives. But by now the suitcase had already become Prince's property. She did not care about the money inside the suitcase. She had even planted a bomb on the suitcase. Tangerine thought they wouldn't find Lemon anytime soon, and without the suitcase, he thought this was the end of him.
Just curious. They even know what Lemon looks like.
The two enemies found a random box and got out of the car posing as twins. Originally, the people on the other side did not notice the difference, but Ladybug overacted and their plan was unraveled. When the two returned to the carriage, Tangerine was furious. He wanted to teach Ladybug a lesson, but Ladybug kicked him out of the car before the door closed. Look at his smug face. But Tangerine is no ordinary man. This man chased the train by running. The train is going so fast, but he won't fall off. In order to escape the ticket to enter the train, he smashed the windshield of the train with his hands. Prince, who took the suitcase from the car, pulled the trigger and killed Lemon, after killing White Death's son and attacking the conductor. The Hornet finally took off her disguise. Ladybug also learned the purpose of Wolf's trip. He had planned to kill the Hornet. He found the Hornet's profile on Wolf's body. The real person in the photo looked exactly the same as the conductor in front of him, so the two ruthless killers began to fight directly. As the fight progressed, Ladybug was losing ground. He wanted to use the box to block his opponent's poison needle, but he missed the box. So, then he didn't blame him for hurting her in the same way.
30 seconds before the venom does its thing.
The moment the Hornet took out the antidote, Ladybug immediately went to grab the antidote.
Oh, shit, man. Do you have a backup?
What do you think, bitch?
The Hornet, the killer who loves to use poison, lost his breath. At that moment, Tangerine, who was looking for Ladybug, came across Prince. He found out that she had killed his bro, so he picked up the gun and was ready to pull the trigger. But Ladybug suddenly arrived. Seeing this scene, he thought Tangerine was bullying a girl. He rushed to stop Tangerine, but during the fight, they accidentally pulled the trigger and hit Tangerine in the neck. Tangerine said Prince is a dangerous man. Ladybug, however, was not here to hear anything. After the train moved to the next station, the Elder also went to their car. He was originally the second in command of the Mafia, but because of White Death's betrayal, his boss died. He also lost his family and everything. He's been looking for a chance to take revenge. This time, he finally found out that White Death would be on this train. He decided to kill White Death by his own sword. As the end of the line approaches, White Death and his group boarded the train, but he was met by Prince, who was holding a gun and blocking the way. However, White Death was very quick to take Prince's gun away from her. The pistol had been transformed into a miniature bomb. As soon as White Death fires, they both die together.
Россия, дочка. Я всегда знал, но ты никогда не была частью моего плана.
Ladybug was soon caught by White Death. The purpose of White Death's trip was to bring together the top 5 killers to kill each other here. He wanted to avenge his wife's death. If it wasn't for these killers, his wife would not have died in the accident. Even his son who hurt his wife was killed by him. But then the suitcase was suddenly opened. The explosion it caused saved Ladybug. White Death's men in the train were all killed by the Elder's powerful swordsmanship. But the Elder is still under the control of White Death after all. White Death grabbed his revolver and played a game of fate. But at that moment, because of Ladybug's mistake, the train fell off the track involuntarily. White Death used his last strength to pull the gun with the bomb, and Prince, who came down with a submachine gun, was killed by the speeding truck. The evil we bring on ourselves are the hardest to bear. Who will be favored by the ups and downs of life? You can subscribe and leave a comment. See you next time.